Hi, everybody, and welcome back to LL Sports TV. So, the Ben Whittaker Liam Cameron beef finally gets settled conclusively after Ben Whittaker stops Liam Cameron in the second round following a big right hand and a barrage of unanswered punches. Or was it? Because just like their first fight, this fight has ended in yet more controversy. The fight got underway. First round, Ben Whittaker controlled the fight mainly through his jab. He was the busier, he looked the sharper. I thought he won the first round fairly comfortably. In the second round, started off the same way, although he started to up the tempo halfway through the round. And then halfway through that second round, Ben Whittaker lands a big counter right hand, which had Liam Cameron wobbling and staggering across the ring. Looked a bit discombobulated. Ben Whittaker, obviously being fresh, it's only the second round, follows up and immediately throws a barrage of punches. I mean, I counted 14 or more, possibly, unanswered blows, which most of them did land, and which caused Liam Cameron's legs to dip as he tumbled backwards. He looked like he was heading to the floor, but somehow managed to stay up. Ben Whittaker's following up, landing punch after punch. Liam Cameron's clearly out of there, and the referee stops the fight. At the time, Liam Cameron offered what seemed like a token dissent. He seemed to have his gloves up like that. It was more of a case to me like he couldn't believe what had happened. Then the crowd started booing. By this time, Ben Whittaker had launched himself across the ring in wild exultation. I think he got into a little bit of a spat with some people in Liam Cameron's corner. The crowd then started to boo more loudly. And then I think the enormity of what happened dawned on Liam Cameron, and he started to protest a bit more. But I'll be honest with you, I've seen the fight, I've watched the reruns, I've heard what people have had to say. My humble opinion is that I have absolutely no problem with the stoppage. I really don't. Yes, you could argue that the stoppage was premature, certainly when you compare it to previous fights. I mean, I've had people texting me to that effect saying, what about this fight? What about that fight? And yes, I do get that, but these things are subjective. At the end of the day, Liam Cameron was badly hurt. Like I said, I counted up to 14 unanswered punches that were landed or close to being landed. He was clearly discombobulated and out of there. But for the ropes, he would have fallen. And yeah, he was basically defenseless against a guy that was still very much in the early stage of this fight with all his physical attributes at the top level, you know. Yeah, so at the end of the day, I think the referee was right to call it off. I didn't see a problem with it. I mean, in such circumstances, I tend to err on the side of caution. So I guess what I'm saying is I would rather the referee stop the fight one punch too early than one punch too late. We've had a lot of bad accidents in boxing over the years. We've had some fatalities. We don't need another one. At the end of the day, from what we saw in the first 1.5 rounds, Ben Whittaker was clearly the better man in there. He made the better start. He was the sharper, he was the faster, he was the quicker, he was the more explosive. He looked to have the better skill set on the night. He was going to win anyway. Come on, let's be honest. Listen, I have absolutely no problem with a stoppage. I did say before the fight that Ben Whittaker on his day is a very good counter puncher. And the counter right hand that he threw over Liam Cameron's lazy left jab to set up the stoppage was a superb shot. And you've got to be very skilled to do that. Trust me, not anybody can do that, execute it like that. So shout out to Ben Whittaker, man. I thought he looked really good. It wasn't Liam Cameron's night tonight. But listen, it's not the end of the day for him. He can come back. I mean, by his own words, he said he earned very well from this fight. He will come again. But at the end of the day, it was a bad loss. As for Ben Whittaker, though, he moves on. He looks tonight on this form to be that prospect that a lot of people were saying that he might be. Some of the crowd, I understand, were not too happy with him. I guess, you know, he playing the pantomime villain role is going to have its fallbacks because, you know, there are going to be people out there that hate on him. But at the end of the day, he's going to have to deal with that. That's the path he's chosen to go down. He has also said, though, that this fight has changed him in many ways. He's become more religious. He's found God. And he said that will help him to be a better person. And I do believe him. But yeah, I mean, I thought he was outstanding in the short time that the fight was on. And I think the victory was thoroughly deserved. And again, I have no problem with the stoppage. I thought the referee did what he had to do. And I don't have no problem with the stoppage. But that's my opinion. Let me know what you guys think. Put it in the comments. I'm pretty sure it'll be a mixed bag. But listen, I look forward to hearing you. If you're new to the channel, I appreciate you watching. Please like, share, and subscribe. And I'll catch you on the next one.